You're so unfair to yourself. Got that feeling in your chest.
One easy way to change the vibe and look of your room is to paint the hardware, the doorknobs on your doors. I'm going to paint these brass doorknobs black to create more of a modern farmhouse look. Every doorknob is a little bit different, but most doorknobs have 2 screws anchoring them into the door on one side, and the other side just clicks in to attach to the other side. So if you unscrew those 2 screws, the doorknob should come off pretty easily. I'm using a matte black spray paint finish on my doorknobs. When you spray paint, hold the can several inches away from the object that you're painting and paint in horizontal lines to prevent dripping and make sure you're not putting too much paint on the object. While my door handles are drying, I'm going to show you how to create an antique glass finish on this mason jar flower vase. The materials you'll need is a spray bottle filled with half water, half vinegar. You'll need a mirror effect spray paint. I like the Rust-Oleum brand the best. And I'll use the same flat black spray paint that I was using on my door handles. You're gonna wanna spray the inside of the glass. You're not gonna wanna spray the outside of the glass at all. So I'm gonna wrap my vase in packing paper, and I'm just gonna use some painter's tape to keep it secure. That way when I'm spraying, I don't get the outside of the glass. We're going to be working a little bit blindly since you can't clearly see the inside of the glass. It's so dark. For future projects, I might use a lighter paper. But anyways, I'm going to spray in sporadic patterns the vinegar water solution inside of the jar, and I'm going to let it dry. Once the vinegar solution has dried, then I'm going to apply my first coat of the Rust-Oleum Mirror Effect spray paint. And I'm going to do a pretty heavy coat here. Here's another DIY project that I did recently inside my house. These are our drink cupboards, and I hated the wavy finish of the glass on these cupboards. I wanted to create an antique glass finish similar to our chandelier, but I looked for glass panels that had that finish, and they were extremely expensive. So I decided to do it on my own. I just removed the glass panels from the cupboards, and I did the same antique glass finish that I'm doing on the flower vase, and I think they turned out really beautifully. While my flower vase and door hardware are drying, I'm going to work on my hutch summerscape. I usually try to change up the decor on my hutch with each season. I'm a little late to start for summer, but I'm kind of glad that I waited because as we're inching a little bit closer to fall, I didn't want to do the bright lemon sunflower type of summer scheme that you see a lot of people doing. Even though I love that look, I just feel like that part of summer is so short-lived and we bleed into fall so quickly. So I decided to go with more of a muted, neutral fall and summer kind of combo look. and I chose wildflowers as my theme. I found these 3 linen wildflower prints at Target. It was $26.99 for the set of 3. And then I shot my house, and I'm using some stuff that I already had around and just repurposing it. These wood and metal lanterns I actually had used at our wedding, but I'm gonna use to create a border on the hutch. And then I've got the Hearth and Hand cake stand with a faux plant. This is a really cute canvas that I got from Target. It says "You feel like sunshine." And I also got this really cute Ray Dunn plant mister that I'm going to include. And then I have 2 vases and sets of flowers that I already had hanging around the house that kind of work with the color scheme that I'm using here. And last minute ad, I got this really pretty ombre vase from Farm Girl Flowers. I decided to put it on my hutch. I think it turned out really nice. I love the feeling of this hutchscape, and I think it'll tie us into Halloween and fall season really nicely. And it kind of matches the wildflower wreaths that I hung on my shiplap wall behind my dining room table. Now that my mirror effect finish has dried, I'm going to add the final coat of the flat black spray paint, which is going to shine through the different penetrations that the vinegar water solution created in my glass. And that's kind of what creates that antique worn glass look. And then here are my door handles. They're drying. Spray paint dries super fast, so I'm gonna give this one final coat and let it dry before we put it back in the door. And it's reveal time, ta-da! I think it turned out so good. I'm gonna bring it out to the light so you can really see the difference. It looks like an antique glass just from using spray paint. I'm gonna pop some flowers in here so you can see the finished product. And time to put our doorknob back into the door. The spray paint is all finished, so we're gonna get this bad boy back up there, and I'll show you a side-by-side comparison of before and after.
Got that feeling in your chest. Can't look in the mirror. Can't see who you are. Wanna be somebody else. Every time you falter, every time you fall, I can still see the road ahead.
There it is. And so as you can see, these are simple, affordable little things you can do around your house to really create a wonderful finished look. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Please hit subscribe if you haven't already to my channel for more great content to come. I usually post 1 video per week. Thanks, and see you soon.